He created it. In the first place, sex wasn't created by the devil. Sex was created by God. But the devil has taken advantage of the good thing that the Lord has provided for man, and he has turned it into a different thing. Young girls, young boys are into sexual life.
And it's a sin.
It's a sin. 9, 10, 11, 12. The other time I was listening to a program, and the girl was 14 years. He said he started enjoying sex at the age of 8 years.
8 years.
She is currently addicted to sex. She cannot sleep a day without sex.
8 years.
8 years.
That's serious. That's serious. That's serious.
That's very serious.
But Counselor, there's some Bible analysts who also say that what you describe as a sin, God already says our sins are forgiven.
Exactly.
We are not having any sin
Yes.
now.
Yes.
So now you talk about sin. How do we balance that?
That is my faith. That is what I believe in. When you read Jeremiah, I'm talking about the prophetic aspect of it. When God was prophesying towards salvation of man, Jeremiah 31 verse 34, he says, their sins and their iniquities are with. God was in Christ reconciling the world unto himself, and is no more taking notice of their sins. And he has committed unto us the ministry of sin does not stand between you and God anymore. If you can pay for your sin, Jesus wouldn't have died for sin. Because you could not die, man could not die for sin, God himself came down to die for sin. And Hebrews repeated the same thing in Hebrews chapter 8, sacrifice for sin, which simply means that where your sins are eternally forgiven, you don't need even to confess sin before God. But let me tell you, when we are talking about sinful act, any believer who is into sinful act, immorality, in the first place, you are in disobedience. 2, you are not getting matured as a child of God. 3, the devil knows you are going. God has not seen it.
Okay.
So, but the devil take advantage of people who are involving themselves into sinful acts outside marriage and destroy you. That's how it is. God will not mind you.
Some of the distraction will be what will be the distractions?
Let me
The devil will destroy you.
you see, the Bible says in John 10:10 that the thief cometh not but to come and steal, kill, and destroy. This alone tells you that God does not steal, God does not kill, God does not destroy. So the killer, the destroyer, and then the thief is the devil.
Okay.
So the devil has many ways that he can destroy you. Let me tell you this. It's very difficult for me to tell. I don't normally share testimonies of people. I have a sister, a Christian sister, got married with a very gentleman in the church. They were fine. They giving birth to 5 children, 3 girls and 3 boys. They were living fine for almost 10 years now. The man has left this my Christian sister. Their marriage was marriage of ordinance. But this man, who could not even nullify that marriage in a court, let alone the family, has gone ahead, did another wedding for another lady. They have now separated again, and then he is now following another one. Last weekend, tomorrow will be exactly 1 week. Who was coming from a fetish home, a traditionalist, who was a liar, but by his faith in God, it was accounted for him as righteousness. So faith in Christ, that is it. Let's put that aside. I'm not here to preach.
Yeah, exactly what I wanted to say. Yeah.
We are diverted.
So,
yes.
So we're talking about bed issues. I mean, married people having bed issues here and there. Would you also want to advise that for you to prevent this issue, you should know the person sexually before you decide on
We
marriage?
discussed this 2 or 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and I was saying you don't need
You don't need
to
it.
try. You don't need to practice before you know
But
the
can you
person.
investigate and find out whether the thing is working or whatever?
That's what I told you the other time. That's why we give out medical examination form. The counselor will also interrogate thoroughly, because it is even against the laws of the land to deceive someone that you are sexually active. You contract that marriage and you go to your marriage bed and you cannot function. It's a deceit.
Of course.
It's against the laws of the land. So that's why we interrogate thoroughly to find out whether this man is active sexually. You know, some ladies too are impotent.
Yeah.
Yes. So you have to investigate these things. And we give you form, a medical form to send to the, how do you call it, the medical officer. A medical officer will examine you, not your sexual aspect alone, but other, your genotypes needs to be confirmed, whether you are compatible to come together as couples, whether you have a disease, anything. A whole lot of medical examination form. So we investigate thoroughly.
So what about how can you investigate about satisfaction? Somebody will give somebody satisfaction. How can you know that this person will give satisfaction? Because you said some people are not satisfied. They go and do masturbation.
That's what I say. You need you need to be taught.
Okay.
It is assumed both of you are novice. It is assumed both of you are not sexually active. You have not been into it. So that's why you need to be educated thoroughly.
By who? Who's
By the counselor.
The counselor.
It is the duty of the counselor to take you through sexual activities in marriage. Any counselor that does not fully involve in teaching about sex has done or will do a half-baked job for the couples.
So if a couple comes to you, they've already done the sexual things already. What would be the work of the counselor again? Would he still want to?
No, the counselor's duty is to find out.
When if they confess to you already that
Yes.
you've had sex before.
You know, there are people who have been doing it even before marriage, but they don't know how to do it. In the first place, they rush. They are afraid. They know it's illegal. So they don't have the time. They don't relax. They just, normally it's the man that satisfies himself and that ends it. Because when you are doing something illegally,
Yeah.
you don't take your time. You only rush in, come back. So the ladies don't get satisfied like the men. So it needs to be taught. Personally, I will investigate. How have you been doing it? How does it go? Do you enjoy it? How is it? I'll find out. I'll ask a lot of questions. Because there are topics we need to study under it. The most important, I talked about it last week, the most important thing in sexual life, one, and people don't pay attention to this, hygiene. Hygiene is very, very important.
Personal hygiene.
Personal hygiene. Neatness. You don't go in for sex from work and just jump onto your wife. No, you need to take your bath, wash your mouth, clean your mouth, brush your teeth thoroughly, because the role of the tongue and the mouth is also vital in sexual act, sexual life. Either that you infect yourself with diseases. So you need neatness,
Yeah.
personal hygiene. I talked about this last week. And the next one is foreplay.
Foreplay.
Foreplay before sex is very, very, very vital. Foreplay.
Is that to the men or to the women or both?
Both. It's more important to the women than the men. Because men, some women, you need to play for, you need to do foreplay for almost 1 hour before she will be ready to receive.
1 hour.
1 hour.
Okay.
Some 10, 15 minutes, they are okay, they are ready. And let me tell, I said here last week, any man who is about to have, oh, no, let me change it. Any husband who is about to have sex with his wife, and your wife does not experience the first orgasm during foreplay, you are a cheat.
Can you repeat that again?
Every woman needs to reach that level of first orgasm during foreplay before you jump on the woman. If your wife does not reach that orgasm
Yeah.
during foreplay, you are cheating on the man, the woman. You are cheating on him. Hey.
You need to satisfy her.
Foreplay, that is where the woman in her bed, that is where she begins to pant. Her breathing begins to increase. Panting, until she begins to cry from her private part.
Okay.
I don't want to go further. The young ones are listening to secrets. If you want to hear more, you can call me. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So foreplay is very, very important in everybody's sexual life.
Absolutely.
And see, that is why we need patience. As a man, if you don't have patience in your sexual life, your wife will never get satisfied.
You're only talking about the men for the women. We have not spoke about women giving foreplay to the men.
No, foreplay is two ways affair.
So the woman can also focus on the man.
Yes, that
And
is
also
what
do
we
that.
do. You see,
Mostly
normally,
it's like the job of the
the
man
more
to-
the women also play with the man, the quicker their readiness comes. And the more they also take part in the foreplay, they are also holding vital parts of the man,
Yeah. playing
playing with the man's private parts as well, kissing, yes, fondling.
You have to be involved.
You cannot be a lock and sleep on the bed like that.
Yeah,
For the
women-
for the man alone to be playing.
Yeah.
No. It's a two-way affair.
That's
It's a
true.
game.
Yeah.
No single individual plays game. If you alone you want to play Ludo, you will not enjoy it.
No.
Or draft, you will not enjoy it. You may try something, but you will not enjoy it. So sex is also a game which needs to be played by two people. Unlike Ludo, two or more people,
Yeah.
sex is only between two people, a husband and a wife. So the two of you should be part of the foreplay so that you get well satisfied during the foreplay. Let me tell you, during the foreplay, the man will be anxious to enter. Don't rush. Husband, don't be rushing. Take your time.
Take your time.
If it takes 1 hour for your wife to allow you to enter, train yourself on that. If it is about 10 minutes, that is that. If it is about 15 minutes, that is that. Let me tell you, there's one thing I want to say. People take drugs just to have sex and satisfy their partners. No.
Serious concern.
No.
Serious
I
concern.
wouldn't. I said last week, if I tell you my age, and I tell you I'm not on any single drugs, you'll be surprised. I'm not on any single drug.
Nothing
If
at
you
all.
see me using a drug, then malaria or cold.
At your age.
And I don't take any drugs before having sex. No. It's your lifestyle. Take more water, exercise. I walk to almost soccer day every morning before coming. I take my first warm water between 3:30 and 4 a.m. And I eat good food. I avoid eating from outside. This morning, yesterday I took fufu early in the morning, between 6:30 and 7. I took my fufu.
6 a.m.
And this morning before I'm here today, I took fanti kenke
Wow.
with leaves, salad.
Nice.
And leaves of vegetables are good for men. When you want to be sexually active, almost every day, take some vegetables, take some leaves to make you sexually active. You don't need those drugs being advertised on radio. No. Those drugs have side effects.
Yeah.
So your lifestyle in sex is very, very important. Avoid alcohol. You be active. Be active. Be active at home, at work. Don't be lazy. If you are a lazy man, you are not active, it will affect your sexual life as well.
Okay.
If you are alcoholic, it will affect you. So, my cherry listeners, when we are talking about enjoyment in sex, there are processes, there are activities that you need to be part of.
Some people want to take medicine to impress the woman that they can stay for a very long time.
Let me tell you, it's only hit and run people that have been doing that. They see a woman today, they just want to display their skills.
Yeah.
And they want you, no. That's why you need to be with your wife.
Okay.
Let me tell you, your wife is there 24/7. Anytime, if your wife is well educated, she will hardly deny you of sex. If your wife is well trained, know the importance. That's what I wanted to teach this morning, but we couldn't get there. The benefits of sex in marriage. Do you know sex is medicinal?
Tell me.
Sex kills or solve this disease called cold, catarrh.
You don't mean it.
You let your nose get blocked and go to your wife. You play a little game. After the act, see whether the blockage will still be there.
Wow.
Sex releases stress.
Okay.
It releases stress. So if you want your wife or your husband to be active with you all the time, you see some men or some couples who are still over. Glory be to. I just want to acknowledge one of my my pastors, Reverend Apenyo and the wife.
Okay.
They are of age. They are grown up, but they are still active. You see, if you want to avoid long sex, it is not advisable. Long sex. Let me spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes on a woman. Oh, no.
1 hour and cool.
1 hour for what?
So it shows that you're a man. You're
No.
That's
The
strong man.
average minute after foreplay, because you have done the greater job during foreplay. That is the greatest time you have spent. Well, when it comes to the act itself, it should be between 4 and 7 minutes. It's okay.
4 and 7 minutes.
Yes. Overworking yourself, you are destroying your future. 4, 5, 6, 7, at most 10 minutes is enough.
Beyond that is.
Oh no! You are destroying yourself. No, you are not in competition. No one is taking the woman away from you.
Yeah.
You are not in competition. You do that. You want to go for the second round. You can go for the second round. You want to go for the third. But on an act, to be on a woman for 15, 20, 30, 1 hour,
It's not good.
you are not thinking of the future.
Wow.
You're not thinking of your future. No.
Maximum 10 minutes.
Maximum 10 minutes is okay. Maximum 10 minutes to be on a woman. It's okay. Why do you disturb yourself like that? Stay on a woman for 20, 30, 40, 50, 1 hour. For what? Is it a competition? Are you on a football field? Is it the Olympic Games?
People call it manpower.
Oh, how? That's why they have been disturbing themselves when they grow up.
Okay.
Then they are weak. The 30 minutes, the 1 hour, they cannot even use 1 minute. That's why they be calling those 1 minute men.
Yeah.
Because they have overworked themselves when they were young. So our youth, stop that. What you have been doing is bad.
You know, generally some men want to be praised after doing a thing.
Praise for what?
They say there's a saying that
Praise
in local
to
language
get an award.
that when you do it well, they'll add banku to your banku for you in the morning.
Oh
The
no,
woman
no,
will
no,
serve
no,
you
no,
well.
no.
The woman will do this and
That
that
is
for
their
you.
perception about it.
It's not true.
No, 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 no. No, even 5, 6, 7 minutes, a woman will praise you. Who praise you? Who praise you?
If you do it well.
If you do it well. Therefore, let me tell you, I will repeat this. If your wife does not reach her first orgasm during foreplay, you have not done anything. The first orgasm of a woman must be during the foreplay.
That's why some men miss.
That is where your finger plays a vital role.
Okay.
Yes, that is where your finger, that is where that place, your finger needs to be neat. Anytime you are going in for sex, make sure you wash your hand very clean. Start with what, let's say, liquid soap. After that, you wash it very, very neat, that no particles of soap will be on your finger.
Doc, before you go ahead, there's a saying that they say when you get married, the body of the woman belongs to the man body same way.
Yes, 1 Corinthians 7.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
So looking at the body of a human being as a man, we know people want to please people with everything. As you mentioned, the hand, any other place. So people also go ahead to use the mouth to make in the foreplay and all of that to get the woman to have the first orgasm that you say. Using the mouth in this aspect, your wife or your husband,
I don't want to go there.
is it part of it?
That's what I said earlier.
Because it's a concern.
I don't want to go there. That's why I said good hygiene is very important.
Good hygiene.
Yes. Every place should be neat. Because it can get to a place, anything can happen. Anything. The mouth can rush there and come back.
We just want to know whether it's good or bad.
Oh.
I
I wouldn't like to talk about that. If you want to know about it, see me in camera.
That's a good answer. Yeah. Okay.
So I just want to encourage.
Let's wrap it up.
Yes, I just want to encourage our couples. If you are struggling with sex, look for a good counselor who will take you through it. There's a process. There are process. There are couples that have one way. One way. There are various styles that you see. You need to be innovative in sex. Have time, various styles. Yes, various time. People are only interested in the evening. No, I said last week, one of my pastors taught me morning devotion. So if you want morning devotion, you can do it. Afternoon witnessing is there. Evening studies is there. So when you are communicating with your children, they don't know what is evening studies, morning devotion, afternoon witnessing, midnight prayers, dawn broadcasting. They don't even know. But you know, so you can be at work and call your wife. Can we please have 1 or 2 afternoon witnessing this afternoon? So those around you thought you were going for evangelism.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you are only going to witness to yourselves.
Smart one.
Yes. These are some of the things, some of the terms we learn during our sexual life.
Okay. And these are taught in counseling sessions.
Yes, we teach them.
Okay, good.
Yes. People, couples,
Yeah.
those struggling with their sexual life. I may not talk about this year again, but next year, February, which is a love month, we'll talk about it. But if you want to improve on your sexual life in your marriage, contact a counselor. There are a lot of counselors in town. You can approach them. They will take you through. I said last week here that one of my cousins who divorced the husband just because of lack of satisfaction in sex. They've gotten married for 5 good years. That lady said she has never enjoyed sex in her life. Everything was available, but sexual life was very, very poor.
Oh, bad.
And when you look at it, it's lack of effective foreplay because before sex. Lack of effective. Your foreplay must surely be effective, must be of quality. If you don't have your quality time during foreplay, no, I call those men, they are selfish men. You are only selfish. You just want to satisfy yourself.
Yourself, yeah.
Yeah. You see, a man will see a very, very beautiful lady passing by. He's ready to shoot. You observe his private side, something dongo is up. He's ready. So when that lady comes now, he will not even struggle before he experience erection to shoot. But ladies, what you tell her, where you touch, where you move, that is how gradually before ladies. People thought because we said foreplay, you need to be touching sensitive part of the vagina. That so when they see a woman, that is where they go straight. No, we don't go straight to that place because that place is already dry. So if you want to start touching that place, you hurt her. So you start from the body, kissing, fondling of the breast, the nipples,
nipples.
before there's some a little fluid will start dripping gradually, gradually. Sometimes the lady, your wife herself will hold your finger and send it there for you.
Okay. That means that she also needs to understand the whole thing.
That is why we need education.
Education, very much, very, very much. Because a lot of marriages are breaking because of
exactly
just this thing, and people are also going to cheat because people are not giving them
exactly.
So we need a lot of
couples
education
that are struggling.
Yeah.
Look for a good counselor. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You want to call me after this?
Yeah.
You can call my personal number 0244 11 65 94. 0244 11 65 94. Have a blessed day.
Thank you very much, Reverend Joy Akpebu. Call him now, and then if you want any counseling, personal one too, is available. Yeah, he said he doesn't charge so much.
Yes.
Yeah, it's actually free. It's a work of God. So make sure you link up.
Politicians are not here.
They'll be coming. They'll be coming. Yeah, so we'll get into that very shortly. 15 minutes past 9.
Waking you up every weekday morning.
Global Morning.
This is the Global Morning Show. Me asala gamie sube me get the opinion segment. One me I'm a pekpola fie me nami. We have former MC DC Mr. Kodobisa. Honorable. Where's all?
Yo, Mr. Remian.
Hey.
Mi awale doji.
Yo.
Mi awale stationery asi.
Akwe.
Nga do gbene gana to katan. Ame YouTube wabe wale adukli dudu bebe se kle ko yin fafa me. Ake ho japeva. Me pobe open la me le totro. Me poni to kran me je totro. Relative ya me. Ha to wabe nududu dami pele nubu reke me le gake kike me pa ya gbogbo. Jije me ike pa ya fode mi agana to le leti ebe ya me a ni me blogo.
But too early you are.
No. I am
just too much echo mije.
Oh, space we be unto na gede la. Menye vovo toto le deep freezer kle fridge mere alo. Na gede deep freezer me manya wa. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ghana thought it's still all the feeling the same way.
Yeah, chore po. Mi ato la kwaka wa. To go la we bo me ha ko be jile ojo. La si dore jile gaji. Kle jijo. Oh, enyo.
Yo. Akwe wezo.
You say.
Mr. William Tenu. Yes, sir. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Na beleke honorable Gula. Abe totroa mielokpo deka.
Okay.
And amedek bolo mekpo video dele Facebook. Ebe government whoever you ngonela. I mekpo gala ngba kpo ga ke jo Muhammadu Jiko.
You forgot.
Forgot ebe ye. Enwonyo.
I don't know. Is he saying go hello?
Oh no, it was he said it. Ebe forgot. And I think be megbele magagble kebe the way a president la for there ne ayiji kakale penema Ghana akpongo yi pa then a mazan opportunity madogbene a todola ble movement for change members who are the Volta region. I'm always misubolo. I tell you. It was a section of the NPP. A breakaway. Very huge number. Alan took away very huge number. And now medechi na be mesubola. And you see leaders were serious leaders in NPP are. Majority followed Alan and named them
secretly.
Yes, named them former general secretary. Ohininto.
Yeah, Ohininto.
You can't joke with that man. He was still a NEC member in the NPP. Ape will move away.
And you blow now.
Hobson Adoye, very close to Akufo-Addo bedroom guy. So he knows every secret about Akufo-Addo. Even be the Sewa Broni issue, who was the face of it? Was it not Hobson? SMNAMDA. Yes. So these were the guys that MPP needed to protect. Megwe se amenama. Tage adoko vale na be winter le homela for the kale here. So you can't joke.
Cause of the defeat now.
Partly.
Yes, that's the right word.
It's a cause. Yeah,
fine. Bediaku obe lead Alan Low, but I said no problem. Alan is a fulfilled man. Alan is a fulfilled.
I can miss about Alan Joe Gagbova, Kajo Gagbova.
Alan Mejo, Alan Mejo, Bova, Ape Gajo. You see, this was the issue. How you there, Congress? After the Congress, Akufo-Addo Dedujio. There should be a runoff. But looking at the huge number of delegates, Alan Beno, let's allow you to go because you are my senior. Elechichi, I will lead. Then what for they help me. Me go say me now and then.
Because Akufo-Addo himself who promised that.
Yes.
Follow.
And the man allow you to go. Even how allow we call Otwebe Yaduji Chela. Element within Akufo-Addo's camp la, they were attacking Alan per camp. That got Alan angry. But me man they win election on. Willingly I said he should go. So why will your people be attacking my people? Verbally and some were even beaten.
These are issues though.
So-
NPP told going through those things. So
Yes.
Nova to me be one of the reasons you lose in your case. So he wants you to come back there.
Fine, but
Mia-
ma
mia-
dem
mia- mia-
knew they no say ma yifimi. Then now man ya pojiku ya ngolo letter. But if that is the case, he ye wa lon doke be party e ni yingo. Ka ko me pe o gale you am attack pe de yin ton de. Kemi ya jole party e me. This was the issue. And quickly the then chairman Menu Menu de Mark Menu. He sent a letter. Bepa dear resign. He didn't resign. He was about resigning. Gake immediately ke wa me gan you for you are. Everything oh no ke be imaga fine imaga I resign. So me they resign Joe apega gbogbo. The NPP Baumia camp you well and we apete okwe call a case why which was not true. Then two na NPP boebe because of the number of people that have left the party and it is true they will surely come back and come and beg that we should come back but then
Will you go?
we will not go if Baumia is still the flag bearer. We won't go. We want Baumia to leave the NPP. He should leave the NPP and go. With that one, we can go back. Even never internal election. And I was internal election Baumia Volta regional. It was Ken. See, we mobilize Alan's people. Alan no delegate well a region. We mobilize them for Ken to win.
In fact, but I'm surprised how Ken tap.
Yes. We mobilize. We mobilize the people. But we just 3 constituencies are win the region. Namely, I think Afajato, Ho West, Beto also. The rest, even regional chairman, Eyan thought the crowd Baumia lose. O constituency, Anglon, Keta, Baumia lose left from our pete. And this is the man you are bringing. We are hearing that Ogale cover, but they should bring him. They should bring Baumia.
Anyway, many strategy go board this time.
The strategy so go me intercepted the oje secret meetings where plan be you are there. And I'll tell you the secret. I won't break it on the-
Let's go on to this. We are still on the agenda of resetting Ghana.
Sure.
And Doji Komiele, Yemi for first State of the Nation address. Could miape condition about Ghana view Ghana to call John Dramani Mahama, Kenya His Excellency, and our first State of the Nation address. And yado glo matawa out glo yobeti wake adoli Kenya don't quit or we can ya apuru chonye statement go about I'll fix Ghana's economic crisis. You are I, John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana. I will fix the economic crisis confronting our country and reset it on the path of growth and prosperity. That is those are the statement of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Me kasi one of the except that you call the recovery of the economy. Then we'll come back our analysis or conversations on that. So let's listen to the president on this particular one.
Liberty to elaborate on how we intend to address the numerous challenges facing us as a nation. Yesterday, February 26, 2025, marks exactly 10 years since I stood in this chamber, at this very spot, to declare my determination to fix Dumso, a legacy problem of power shortages. And Mr. Speaker, I fixed it. Yes, I promised to fix it, and I did. And I wish to place firm
Global Morning Show.
Yabesala and John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, but he will fix the economic crisis of Ghana. Very bold statement. Yabesala, Bajo Becho, Mr. Bajo Becho, is this comment too overambitious? Agrobe, I'll fix the economy. Looking at where we are coming from, situations all the ground there, and they're looking at his term of office, 4 years, and speaking categorically, I fix the economy of the Republic of Ghana. How did he come to you, Honorable Kodobisa?
Yeah, thank you. Once again, I want to reach out to the good people of the constituency, and also to members of my political party and our affiliates, Movement for Change, the Popo, Habobo, and all of them who are giving us the needed, support to refix this economy.
Movement to Change your affiliate.
Oh, they are one leg is in,
Are you adopting them or what?
We want to. We will soon open talks to discuss that one. But
wow.
First, it will be behind the scenes. So,
Okay.
yes, we have even started the move. Very soon, some of them will be appointed.
Wow.
Then when we give them appointment,
Then you gag them.
We will not gag them, but they will see the good things.
Okay.
And enjoy some of them. So,
All right.
coming back will not be, coming to jail will not be too much of a problem. So, that's what I believe. You see, when we look at President Mahama, he is somebody who calls spade a spade and not a long
big
spoon or big spoon. But unfortunately, majority of Ghanaians, if not all, do not like, to face the truth as it is. Some wanted to hear sugar-coated, promises, lies, and what have you. And so politicians, having studied the political atmosphere, would always want to give them what they want to hear. But President Mills is telling them that no, I will not go on that tangent of trying to deceive you just to get your votes. But what it is, you remember when he lost the election, he said, if I should tell the students the truth, and even if that will lead to me losing the election, I am, prepared to go on that tangent so that I don't come and deceive you when I know something I cannot do, or I will not want to do, or a policy that I will not want to implement. I say, oh, Edward, oh, Metro Tole, Eloven Yoju, Yan fear me now. Over play Calipo, le Hajiron, le Nipla Gufuado, le Jopo. Short, I mean, little did they know that the prophecies of Nyawo Nyawo Tamakolo was coming to reality. Now everybody in Ghana will give Nyawo Nyawo Tamakolo a big stone. That, oh, come for your stone. You forewarned us, we didn't believe. But here we are today as a country that have been sunk into this big hole, a big mess, economic mess that we find ourselves today. President Mill didn't want, sorry, of blessed memory.
Yeah.
President Mahama didn't want to just come and paint a gloomy picture. We are asking the man to come and tell us the state of the nation. And I heard some of the MPP people say he only come and lamented, paint a gloomy picture of the economy. He didn't dwell on the gains of the
past government.
Of the past government. Oh, ne ewonu nyire we adegbepai Kafla as your rival. Ya be mi le yon de kayu meti. Ya ma wa no ikafu le yon ogbo be jere kanto. Oh, in fact, ile bename iwole o ne yon de say akpa me da be eyala ke evo. Then where am I going?
You lose.
Can you lose re? Allo?
I lose crack beating me.
Aha. Ta oba me wa situ me de edanwina me. If I'm a barber and you are my rival and you come to my barber shop and you want me to barber you, so you go and compete with me. You can imagine the kind of haircut I'll give you.
Of course.
You understand? Ta me water now when I want to do the studio. I'm say man
Bad baba.
DDP kura haircut ki o na Ghana to kura ejani wu eke ma wa na we. But that was not the position of President Mahama. He said, let me give you the bare facts as it is, so that together we can start the agenda of rebuilding this nation, so that we all can enjoy the fruits of our labor if we work hard, but not to come and paint a picture that suggests that everything is well. You remember when Akufo-Addo was leaving his last State of the Nation address, he painted a very good picture of the economy. He even said the economy is resilient, very robust, and I am handing over a very healthy economy to you. I'm handing over, crisis-free in terms of energy. I kept the lights on for 24 hours, only for us to hear that not even 3 hours of fuel reserve was left to keep the lights on, because the machines depend on fuel and then gas. And there were challenges with the gas inflow from Nigeria. And they were supposed to have shut down the pipelines, But they knew if they did that, it was around the election time. And when we begin to experience doomsday, it was going to affect them. Therefore, what they did was to plead with WAPCO, to extend the shutdown period so that it will be after the election. And even if they win power and it's after election, it will take Ghanaians another 4 years. Even if they want to punish them for that, they will do. And they will know how to, plead with the people of Ghana to understand that it was due to the maintenance work that we were experiencing it. So you realize they denied the flip-flop doomsday that we were experiencing. That even made the then energy minister, when he was being asked to let us have a timetable for the doomsday, what did he tell Ghanaians? Let me be you a timetable. Jimmy Anton, me have paper, pen, name me have timetable. Ima wa gbel, ima wa cho. And me wa nuku be no stop history and political department where research called why MPP lost. Napo was fingered as one of the big reasons the MPP lost. He didn't add anything or very little that he added to the ticket, even though Bawumia has his own problem, which many thought was not fit to lead the MPP. But the running mate was even worse. So it was like from frying pan to fire. Napo's contribution to MPP's victory. Even in Kumasi itself, the people didn't see him as a formidable force to add to the gains of the MPP as far as the electoral fortunes were concerned. So this is a party that tried to paint a glorious picture of their stewardship. And so if President Mahama does not lay bare the facts, we will now come and heap all the burdens, the troubles, the woes, the misfortunes of the previous administration on the head of President Mahama. The reason he took his time to let us know the real state of the economy that was bequeathed, to his administration. And therefore, people accusing him of painting gloomy picture was neither here nor there, because we needed to know. When you talk about the cocoa board, the energy sector debts, the
domestic debt,
DDP,
all those things.
The contribution of corruption, where ECG, the one that was given to Bawumia and then Otredako, that they took our 1.5 billion and ran away with it. The PDS, scandal, SkyTrain, all of such things, the biggest hole in the whole wide world, which $58 million, dollars was sunk into it, which has only turned into a swimming pool. Somebody said one thing for which he will maybe praise President Akufo-Addo for digging that hole was that at least we had frogs, coming out of it like a fish pond. You understand? So that frog pond, if we should call it, they should have a talk with Chinese, since it's a delicacy for them. At least we can earn some foreign exchange from the frogs, so that we know that that hole was entirely not a wasteful venture. But was it frogs that we were expecting to be, read in that cathedral? No. So those who were praising it, that at least Chinese way, at least recover sinula. They had it all wrong.
So concerning he said every fixed economy. Looking at the debt,
yes,
servicing issues like Ghana, domestic debts alone, like about 150 million. And then when you see that about external debt, like serious amount of money we are going to be using for this thing. And the next, that's 4 year, will be 218 million Ghana cedis debt, compromising 150 billion for domestic debt.
Yes,
130 billion for external debt servicing.
Yeah,
and this amount needs to be settled.
Exactly. The solutions that he proffered, some of them were like our wasteful expenditure. The other time I told you this, the previous administration have a penchant for this wasteful, extravagant, and a profligate style of spending that you even heard President Mahama that the independence anniversary celebration, where over 50 million Ghana cedis was budgeted to have been used, they have to cut it out completely, so that there is a solemn observation of this day, so that we don't go for that kind of fanfare, knowing the kind of economic stress in which we find ourselves. So one of the things he stressed on was expenditure, cut, so that we
Minimize.
we've cut out, wasteful expenditure as we have seen in the past. The presidency alone during President Mahama's time was like 800 million cedis, the highest. But when they came, they raised it to about 3 billion for the presidency alone. Look at the gap. Look at the huge gap. You understand? So he is telling you that we must be prudent in our expenditure. When you look at the Auditor General's report during the last 8 years, the wastage alone were in several billions of cedis. One particular year, we could waste or embezzle about 12 billion, cedis or dollars. Now we are chasing 3 billion cedis from IMF, which is even segmented. We are not even having the full complement of 3 billion. That is why we have enslaved ourselves, into the IMF deal, where conditions are prescribed that we cannot even take, you cannot do employment and all of those things. So if you look at expenditure cut and we are able to do that successfully, even the appointment of ministers, which has been downsized, that alone would, target some significant amount of money. Like you are reducing ministers from 120 or something that they had down to 80 something, and now if you say 60, and we have done 56, awaiting the rest of the 4, and even if we don't have it, the better for it, you understand, in terms of reducing the size of government. So you see that he has started well by fulfilling some of the promises that will lead us regain economic status that will propel us into economic fortune. So he has done that. Presidential staffers, not only the ministers, but job for the boys. You realize that over 800 presidential staffers were put at the presidency. Now President Mahama is saying that he will not even appoint up to 200, as presidential, staffers. From 800 down to 200, you can imagine the amount of money that could be saved from that one. So
their strategies.
Yes, so expansion of the tax net is another strategy that they want to do. That even if you target only a group of people who are always paying tax, if you expand it to bring in other sectors of the economy who will also come, or like the non-formal sector and all of them who will come on board, so that there are certain taxes that you will abolish and then you now expand it for others also. Mi vone tax keke gwere no bo lempo ike amu o to assembly nya gboda ejume kwa me beto wa ya gblele juame amu kenye ba fa oro ko me wa pu du ka flaro a jagbele mo gan be o bo gbore lampo gbogbe be me ka we me ke o esemerari. That is the basic rate that everybody is supposed to pay. Me no sisi if proper education is carried out and people understand that yes, it's our civic responsibility, we need to do it. I don't think that some amount of money that will be lost to the state. Even if you look at property rate, the assemblies are not, putting in much effort to rake in revenue from the property rate. If you go to Accra, when Vanderpoy was there, when they tell you the property rate that Accra Metropolitan Assembly generated, you will marvel. And that even made them give assembly members some amount of allowances, and when they were even leaving, a kind of ex gratia was given them from their own internally generated fund. So these are things that President is talking about. That small. We think that they will not make anything, but before you realize, you have a big pool of reserves which we can rally within the country, not going to beg IMF, and so that some of these things will help us. So I believe that if he's able to maybe plug the loopholes, and we are able to increase our internal revenue generation, what we are talking about will come as a surprise. And we'll say that, oh, okay, gale du kwa me lapo ya. Kamera kwe drere nu le du funya fanya fuku faka le du ko. All right. So let's believe that some of these strategies will be employed for us to, get some of the revenue, adding value to our industries or our domestic products through this agribusiness, and then irrigation of our farmlands, and to get more food for domestic use and export. All of these things that he talked about.
So there's hope.
There's very hope. High hope.
Okay.
Hope
Mr. Tenu, issues about sinking fund, and yeah, maybe one of the reasons why you have debt services in your home metabale. Gio, Mama go sinking fund, he left about some amount of money there. But VLA, it has really dropped so much, about just $64,000. Sinking fund, could that be the reason you can metale surviving economically? And your take on Bahamas have fixed the economy?
Sinking fund is there to service your debt. Is that not it?
Of course.
So if you don't have anything in that fund to service your debt, what do you do? So it's one of the ways that affect debt servicing seriously. And Malek Blobe, we as Ghanaians, at least, we've just left a place which is not good. Nobody, even I don't need the president to come and tell me that the economy of Ghana is in a very bad state. I know myself, I know from 2021 thereabout, I'm aware that the economy of Ghana is in a very bad state. So even some people were saying that the president has been even very magnanimous about the issue by hiding the true state of Ghana's economy.
Well, which the MPP is saying those things are
the
all
MPP
false.
who
Ghana is in a good
yesterday
economy.
I was listening to Kojo Ponkruma at City News, and this guy, they think they can still lie their ways out. Look, we are wide awake. Ghanaians are very much awake now. Everything that is happening positively, we are aware of them. Negatively, to you will know. The economy is very bad, and we need strict measures to put the economy back. I'm telling you, I even think that some of the social interventions should not be implemented within the first 2 years of the president.
Such as which ones?
The university entrance, is it the entrance fee and
for
the
disabled.
stress free, those social interventions shouldn't be implemented because it's a way of adding debt.
Okay.
We should just have patience as Ghanaians,
reviving
focus
the
on
economy.
reviving the economy before these things follow.
But Kudobisa said there are certain structure they are making.
Oh yes, the
So
man
if
has
there's to be
he has
money there to settle the
sure he has yesterday he has professed some of the promises, some of the strategies they will use to at least better the economy. But I also think that for it to be fast for us, me enuma wake
But
this is the time for us
expectations
to
so like
sacrifice.
Ghanaians
You
are
see,
having a lot of
Ghanaians,
expectations.
if all of us will understand, if we have one way of thinking, Ghana will be better. Look, we have been in a government that has suffocated us, suppressed us. I getting it. Even the middle class in Ghana are not surviving. I am just basing it on the middle class, because middle class, at least you have some of the things that the top level also you are at a level, and they are not surviving. So how much more you that are under them? So we have to think that the first, second year of this government, let's give it to them. They should at least use the monies to at least bring back the economy.
But you know, he's
Then
having a
from
very just 4 years.
Sure.
So maybe you want
So
to
from
rush
the
things to happen.
so from the third year, they can start doing these freebies and things. But Ghanaians, you know us. The president has promised us. Wow. And you see, LME gender gomese as a country. The message body, the politician who has gotten to that level, and they can make look, ne MPP they got to jegbe kura he Ghana let's our MPs they won't cry, because for them they will pay them, they will give them their full coupon, they will give them their allowances. Ex gratia will be given to them. Miawe, there is a name for us. The ordinary Ghanaian.
People.
Miawa kpefu. So miawa lebe mi fakoi. Play a leader who is ready to put things right. Merego se menama. Me miawa lebe mi governor pressure na. Bela no odono ko on betala. No me wene mi ola. If you be blame no. No. Mele edone le TV po Mahama echokra se haji leda or the doom so na bo the other side, but they know MPP nyabe you work on doom so that John Mahama solved doom so 2016. Let me tell you, when they came they said they have over excess capacity power in excess so power in excess. MPP, they said it, they are not even able to pay for. So they have to even export some of our powers to who? Our neighboring countries.
Yes.
And
so
today,
there's no mismanagement.
And today,
From the
you
beginning.
just left power how many days or how many months? And you are saying that a government which is not even formed yet, the government is not formed, has brought doom so.
From where?
No. I getting it. So me, some of the things I just want to say that as Ghanaians, let us have a renewed mind that the economy will not affect the president. The economy will affect you and I, sitting on the street or walking on the street of Ghana. If this economy crash, as it has crashed under Akufo-Addo, Akufo-Addo still drives V8. He's still flying in the air. Even though they are telling us that the economy is in a very bad state, but it is not affecting the president. Oh, quite a home. Oh, no, do pick up them and you for. What I let me say now. So the point is that we are ordinary Ghanaians. It is time for us to renew our mind that the political class will not suffer like us. So if they want to do something that will help our future, we should accept it. Me, I think the freebies should have been, even though promised, they should keep it for some time. Focus on paying some of the debt, which will open ways for more income then they can use it to
Huge debt. You have a very huge.
very huge. When you
Very huge debt.
some of the things over the well, because even the president also also swear oath of secrecy. So it is not everything he will tell you.
So what happens to the painting of pictures here? Okay, we have the former government Joe Akufo-Addo. We are handing over this good government. I mean,
Robust
economy,
economy,
yes.
Look,
They've said
the
a lot
lights
of things.
on, growth rate, this
And
and
the
this.
What would we make of
Mele
this?
Gbogbolobe, if the president he promised us yesterday but he will fight corruption head on.
Yes.
This is his own word. Nemela Medeke Tula MPP more. Some of us will rise against him. That from the second year or third year. I'm telling you, look, people should go to jail. People should go, no matter the number of judges at Supreme Court. There, the president have powers to add on, remove some people and add on and jail people. Chachu Chikata. Hello? President Kufuor did same. People should go to jail in NPP here. They should even bring it down to the district level. Some of the DCs and MCs, they should go to jail. I'm telling you. Because, look, when you look at the level of corruption under this government, the government we fought for, 2016, we campaigned for, denigrated a government which is on the right path just for you, your sake. And you destroy the country like this. Look at NSS, the saga.
All right.
It is so it is so bad. So some of these things, let us begin to add some prisons on. We should build some prisons for
expand
them.
the prison,
Yes, we should expand them for these people. At least they should go and rest there. Then they will
Anyway,
think.
We hope that we come back to where we used to be. Kodobisa,
You see?
final words on this film.
No, you see,
Yes,
they are painting a picture as if President Mahama has concocted his own facts and telling Ghanaians that the economy was bad.
Who doesn't know this?
because
The
It's a
energy
public
sector,
knowledge.
are they saying we are not owing over 2.2 billion?
It's a
Where
public knowledge.
even at the last stages of their reign, the IPP, independent power producers, threatened to stop the supply of energy.
because unpaid debt.
It even took President Mahama's intervention then, even as opposition leader, to tell them that, oh, you know, when he won the election and he was not sworn in at the time when they were during the transition period, he had to meet them, assure them that, oh, when he assumes power, he was going to look at it and then mitigate their suffering, so they should not shut down. Total national debt. Are we saying the 721 billion that our debt rose to was being concocted by President Mahama?
So they say the MPP say you should publish the transition records
and
to prove
that should not be too difficult to
what
do.
is-
It should
what
not
they're
be too
saying
difficult
is-
to do.
is-
But
is the
when
truth.
they were denigrating President Mahama, was it on the back of publication of the records of the previous administration? Was it at the back of that? Did they publish it when they were denigrating President Mahama? By economy, wale, corruption, I confirm this and this. Was anything published before they were singing that song? So what has changed? WAEC alone, the Bioma that set up a result because of what? Government's heavy indebtedness to what? West African Examination Council. Was it President Mahama who concocted that story? The sinking fund, when they said they left only 64,000, you know,
Ghana
dollars
dollars.
and 120 something million, you know, Ghana cedis in it, whereas they made over billions of, you know, the ECG debt and all the crises that he mentioned. Was it President Mahama's creation. No, that was the true state of the economy, and Ghanaians needed to know. And he said that he's not only coming to lament, but he's developing strategies to ameliorate the suffering, of the Ghanaians and bring us back on track. So who will not be happy with this? They, even in 8 years, on the last day, they still pointed accusing figures at President Mahama as having been the basis for which MPP was unable to achieve their targets. Even in the last year, 8 years, you were still accusing President Mahama. And somebody who has come less than 2 months, you expected him to leave you in paradise and not tell you what you have done to destroy this economy. Why? So, you talk about inflation, the exchange rate, food inflation, all of that. Are we not in mess? Yida sime, ne na nbe ya fle kobi, de ka, ne na kobe ne wa yorem. Ne be ya tofufu, na nbe ya fle blajo, a sikwi de ka vetone, kwa be ne wa yo. Ma tomato fufu aga mi la pe me fifio. Le vetone mi de tonne la pe me. Esemera. Ya ta mi amero mi ba fle le ba kura chebe. Ne me gbo ba ma ba no de bi o la pe me o mbla ni wona mga kala. Ga me su ma fle blajo ya pe me wa tofufu mi apete mi ami o. Nous ça onyo.
Thank you very much. But I believe, Bella, these are statements Yoke Mahama made.
Yeah.
The right thing for the MPP is to also come and make the statement.
Very good.
Proof that
they should rather
publish those
the
things
counter
so
that they shame Mahama by Pogbe. ECG that is not like this. WAEC is not like this.
This one is
PDS, there was nothing like that. You understand?
Then
over fear me, no President Mahama va blame.
Yes.
They cannot do it.
But me transition time. Ya wa kon ko bete adoa. Effect kele Ghana when you bring it out at transition time. Hello.
Yes.
Egake le Ghana si.
Akwa
transition time. No, you madam the person is aware of the thing.
You're also part of the transition.
Even the Bank of Ghana, the money they were printing.
So
was it President Mahama's concussion? Didn't they print
So
over 60 billion cedis?
You can't tell us that it's a lie. I mean, the lie like down.
if it's a lie, then let us know.
Yes, the true state as they handed over, they should let us know.
So that you
The Bank of Ghana, they didn't do this. Agenda 111.
Over 400 million US dollars.
Now we are hearing that not even one was operational. Gake over 34 was commissioned and was functioning.
They said they posted health personnel to those hospitals that the NDC revoke appointment of.
It is not true.
Those
even
hospitals, that one hospital would have been functioning by now.
How?
From the NDC
You see,
for
what they got wrong was that under health and education, they didn't lay off the nurses.
All right.
You heard Honorable Akando saying that the nurses, which were taken even after 7th December, will not be sacked, because even if they come, it is the same nurses who have trained and are sitting home that they will be employing.
All right.
And so they should rest assured that those nurses will not be sacked.
Thank you.
But if you don't make provision to pay people, just like President Kufuor did to former President Mills, Edon Kujire, the last day when he was leaving office was when he signed the LME Yone pay structure, single spine, salary structure, which he didn't make provision for. And President Mills, I bata, lota, lukova wa belege ndumpe nufuva yon le mepete keke.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Ko wa didi pine ndumpe le kebe nufuva.
Akbe, thank you very much. Honorable Kudubisa Kule, William Tedu, Kudubisa speak for NDC, William speak for the Movement for Change. Akbe Nami, Miaga Dogo, Monday.
Oh, and what Gamadeswa? Oh, that's why first topic come you worry.
Major go about
a counseling tower. Oh, me not waiting left.
This was 9.
That's where 9. Oh, me not waiting left. I can't no bueno no. Marco 7 Valley. Oh, Jesus. You know no bueno again. Gumbe.